Hello, welcome to On This Media. I'm Vitor Domingos, and today I'm doing the backstage of TechCoffee. TechCoffee is an Alexa flash briefing skill that you can install on your devices, and it gives you a shot of TechCoffee every single morning with the latest and most relevant tech news that I can find for our listeners. So what I usually do, and I've been doing this for the past 122 episodes, so roughly 8 months, excluding vacations and weekends, I try to give you a glimpse of yesterday news within 2 minutes. So we just have that short amount of time to give you the news. And what you're going to see now is actually me recording the news for tomorrow, the 22nd of August. I'm not sure if this is going to be the full 2 minutes. I usually do this kind of cut at the end. And also at the end of this episode, I'm going to talk about the gear that I use and also the software that I use to do TechCoffee. Well, with that in mind, let's do then the TechCoffee for tomorrow. So the program that I'm using is usually OneNote to put all of the news that I've been reading throughout today. And I think that's, as I said, I think it's going to be relevant for our listeners. And I have just a bunch of them that we're going to put tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be about Slack. It's going to be also about Facebook using MRI scans. Microsoft has found some problems with insecurity and Russian hackers. Apple is going to release apparently new laptops by the end of this year, and also Skype has end-to-end encryption. Let's do then the TechCoffee. Hello, this is TechCoffee with Vitor Domingos on 22nd of August, and here's our daily tech shot in less than 2 minutes. Slack, the workplace chat app, has raised $427 million in a financing round that gives it a valuation more than 40% higher than its last fundraising less than a year ago. The San Francisco-based startup is now valued at $7.1 billion, including the new capital. Facebook wants to use AI to speed up MRI scans. The social network's AI researchers are working with New York University to make magnetic resonance imaging (MRI) up to 10 times faster. Through a project called Fast MRI, Facebook's team will develop algorithms capable of filling in the gaps in low-resolution MRI scans, effectively turning them into higher-res ones. They will be enhanced using a generative model. Neural networks will be trained using anonymized data to fill in missing or degraded parts of scans. Microsoft has uncovered new Russian hacking efforts targeting US political groups ahead of the midterm elections. The company said yesterday that a group tied to the Russian government created fake websites that appeared to spoof two American conservative organizations, the Hudson Institute and the International Republican Institute. 3 other fake websites were designed to look as they belonged to the US Senate. Apple will release a new low-cost laptop and a professional focus upgrade to the Mac Mini desktop later this year, ending a drawer of Mac computers that has limited sales of the company's longest-running line of devices, according to people familiar with the plans. The new laptop will look similar to the current MacBook Air, but will include thinner bezels. The new laptop will look similar to the current MacBook Air, but will include thinner bezels around the screens. The display, which will remain about 13 inches, will be a higher-resolution Retina version that Apple uses on other products. Skype launches end-to-end encryption, including chat. Skype launches end-to-end encryption Skype launches end-to-end encrypted chat, available to users on Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Android. The feature is opt-in and disabled by default. To initiate an encrypted conversation, the user needs to select New Private Conversation from a contacts profile or from the compose menu. The new functionalities are powered by Whisper System Signal Protocol. This was your shot of TechCoffee. Find out more at onthismedia.com. And that's pretty much it for TechCoffee. So what you just saw now was me doing a bunch of takes for TechCoffee, obviously, because this is the first time I'm doing this on video. If I'm just doing the voice, that's going to be faster. And because it's the first time, as I said, on video, it's going to be a few takes. So I'm just looking at the time that I did this, and I think I'm quite comfortable with that. I'm not sure if I was fast enough to fill in the 2 minutes, but I think it's going to be enough for the TechCoffee tomorrow. As I said also in the beginning of this video, I'm gonna tell you about the microphone. So the microphone that I'm using one from Marantz. It's a condenser microphone. It's really good to get a clear voice, and also to avoid all the echo here at my home office. On top of that, and because I use a lot of Adobe Creative Cloud tools, so I use Premiere to edit my videos, and also use Audition to do this from TechCoffee. On top of my voice, I usually put 2 plugins from Audition, the standard ones. The first one is Voice Leveler, and that keeps my my voice at the same level. And it's really good when you deliver that on Alexa devices, because you don't get higher pitches on the voice. It gets pretty much at the same level. And then on top of that, I use the multi-band compressor. That pretty much eliminates different levels of my voice at the beginning, at the end, but also on top of that, I use the settings of bass volume, just to give my voice a little bit of more bass, to sound pretty much like radio. And that's what that's pretty much the 2 plugins that I use on Audition. With that said, that's pretty much it for the Backstage of TechCoffee. Probably going to do another one discussing and probably showing the plugins that I use and the Audition that I use on the voice. Not sure if we're going to do that on this video, probably on the next one. Well, let me know what you think about it, and if you want to see more backstage of the things that we do here on this media. We usually do the startup out of the box, a weekly podcast with me and Marco Silva. I can also do a backstage from there, but we pretty much use the same kind of equipment and gear, so that's pretty much it. And thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.